It began as a whisper, barely audible above the crackling of the hearth fire. "I am a spirit from the other side," it hissed, its tone dripping with malevolence. "I have come for John Bell." The entity, which came to be known as the Bell Witch, showed a particular interest in tormenting John and young Betsy. It would recite passages from sermons and sing hymns with a voice of such ethereal beauty that it brought tears to the eyes of those who heard it. But in an instant, it would transform into a shrieking harpy, hurling vile insults and making lewd suggestions that no decent person would dare utter. Word of the haunting spread through the settlement like wildfire. Curiosity seekers and skeptics alike flocked to the Bell farm, only to flee in terror as they witnessed the witch's malevolent power firsthand. Even General Andrew Jackson, the hero of New Orleans, paid a visit with a band of ghost-hunting men. They too were driven away, their wagons overturned by unseen forces, and their horses' reins tied in impossible knots. As the months wore on, John Bell's health began to deteriorate. He was plagued by facial twitches and seizures, his once robust frame withering away to a mere shadow. The witch reveled in his suffering, cackling with glee as he writhed in agony. "Soon, John Bell," it would taunt. "Soon you will be mine." Young Betsy, too, bore the brunt of the spirit's wrath. Her impending marriage to Joshua Gardner was a particular source of ire for the entity. It would pinch and slap the poor girl, leaving angry welts on her porcelain skin. In the dark of night, it would whisper in her ear, filling her mind with doubts and fears about her betrothed. On a bleak December morning in 1820, John Bell breathed his last. The family gathered around his deathbed, their grief palpable in the cold air. As Lucy reached for a vial of medicine on the nightstand, the witch's voice rang out with triumphant glee. "Don't bother giving him that," it cackled. "I've already given him a big dose of that myself." The vial was found to contain a strange, dark liquid that no one could identify. John Bell was laid to rest, but the witch's torment did not cease with his passing. If anything, it grew more intense, focusing its malevolent attention on young Betsy. The girl's wedding day dawned bright and clear, a rare moment of joy in the midst of the family's ongoing nightmare. But as Betsy stood before the preacher, hand in hand with Joshua, the witch's voice boomed through the church like thunder. "Betsy Bell, you shall not marry Joshua Gardner," it roared. The windows of the small chapel shattered, showering the terrified congregation with shards of glass. Betsy fell to her knees, her white gown stained with blood from 100 tiny cuts.